Hi, my name is Janessa and I'm a teaching artist here at the Pérez Art Museum, Miami. And today we're working on an art making activity inspired by an artist here named Teresa Margolles. The artist herself actually works with the specific clay from a specific region. It's from the Rio Grande, a river, and she actually collected her clay from both sides of the river. So from one side of the river, which touches Mexico, and the other side of the river, which actually touches America. Some of the supplies you're going to need to work on this project at home is if you have Play-Doh at home, or some kind of clay, that's great. If not, we're gonna provide you a link down below to be able to make your own homemade Play-Doh. Again, all the materials that we want you to use, we want you to be able to find at home or around your home. So here we have some leaves or sticks from outside, maybe some coffee stirs that you might have around your home, a marker, some paper clips or staple pieces, forks, a butter knife, leftover or spare buttons, bottle caps, and even a rolling pin. The first thing we're going to want to do is once we have our dough or clay or whatever piece that you're working with, we want to knead out our dough or clay. And we knead it by going ahead and using both hands and pushing down on the clay, folding over, and constantly just pushing over on the piece of clay or dough. The next step that we want to do is once we got it nice and soft, is we want to use a rolling pin. This one might be a little bit small, but at home you might have some larger rolling pins that mom and dad use for cooking. And we want to roll out our piece nice and flat so we can have more tiles and clay to work with. Once I have my dough nice and flat, what I'm going to want to do is I want to work on my shapes of the tiles that I want. You can do this by using a butter knife to cut your clay or dough, or you can even use cookie cutters if you have them at home to create the shapes that you want. So for instance, right now I'm thinking that I might want my tile shapes to be triangles. So I'm going to go ahead and use my butter knife and cut a couple of triangles that I would like to work with. Once I have my shapes or tiles that I want to work with, I'm going to go ahead and now start thinking about the patterns that I want to create. So some great ways to create patterns is we can use a fork and kind of press it into the clay or dough. The harder I press, the deeper my marks will be. Some other fun tools to use for making patterns is bottle caps because of the ridges. Paper clips are fun because they have more than one place that you can use to imprint into your clay. I also have a marker that's also great for perfect circles. We're just using the cap of it, and I'm overlapping it on some of the other patterns. Here we have our coffee stir. You can also use a popsicle stick. We have some buttons here that are great for the holes that are inside of them to kind of create some deep marks. And then finally we have some of our outdoor pieces, which are really great, that if we push them in, we can make the imprints of our leaves on there. Finally, when we're done with all of our pieces, we want to let them dry depending on the clay or dough that you used. And once you're finished allowing them to dry, go ahead and get regular house glue, Elmer's glue, and you're going to cover them on both sides with the glue and allow them to dry and seal.